Okay, hello. In this video, it's gonna be pretty simple, like I say in every single tutorial, but it's gonna be how to overclock your GPU. Two things you're gonna need is you need MSI Afterburner, and you're gonna need any kind of benchmarking tool to test if your overclock is stable. If you guys know any other ones you want to use, you could go ahead and use that, but I use Unigine Haven because I know this uses your GPU a lot more than your CPU. So to begin with, if you guys don't know how to install MSI Afterburner, just search it up on YouTube tutorial. I'll link the download in the description. I'll also link the one for Unigine Haven also. So first, just open up MSI Afterburner. You don't need to run it as administrator, it already works anyways. So your setup may look a little different. If you guys want to change that quickly, go to settings, go right over to user interface, and then you could change it right here. There's a bunch of different skins you could choose. Mine is MSI Afterburner V3 skin big edition. Okay, now that's out the way. We have a couple different stuff. I'm on a laptop, so some stuff are locked out to me. You could adjust the core voltage. I'm not going to go over that. Most of the time it usually does nothing anyways. Power limit, if you're on a desktop and this is unlocked, slide that all the way to the max. It allows your GPU to use as much power as it wants. This doesn't mean it will use 100% of the power all the time. It means it could use 100% of the power if it needs it. And then fan speed, you could max out your fan speed if you want, if this is unlocked for you. It's not unlocked for me and I can't do that. And then there's core voltage and memory clock. These are the two main things that you're going to overclock: your memory and your core. Your core is how much megahertz it runs at. So like, let's say this is it's kind of like overclocking a CPU's megahertz or gigahertz, how much it runs at. And memory clock is how fast your memory is. So what I started off with for the overclock is memory. So this is pretty simple. This is gonna go for both of these. What you want to do is rise them up by some sort of increments. Click apply, go into your benchmark tool, test it. If the run gives you, if you see in the run it gives you more FPS and it doesn't crash, then you know you're stable. If it does crash, and if it crashes, obviously it's not stable. And if it gives you lower FPS, that's also not stable. Another thing you want to check out in the benchmark, sometimes it may seem stable because you have higher FPS, but your 1% lows could be lower. That still means it's unstable. So yeah, what you want to do right here, memory clock, let's say you want to adjust it by like 50s. So you could type it in right here actually. Just type in 50, hit apply, oops, 50, enter, and then you hit apply. Okay. And then what I would do is go into Unigine Haven. So let's go ahead and open that. And then you could customize this how you want in Unigine Haven. It doesn't really matter. I put this as at the max it could go because I just want to really stress out the GPU to show if it would crash. I guess I would recommend the same. So anti-aliasing 8 times. Tessellation Extreme Quality Ultra API DirectX 11. Click run, and I'm gonna go ahead and run it and show you guys what you should be looking out for. So I will be right back. So we're here back in Unigine Haven and the benchmark is running. So you could see right in the corner right here by my mouse, you can see the FPS, the minimum FPS, max FPS, and what scene it's on. So it's 26 scenes, so it's going to be quite a long time. I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and I will show you guys the results afterwards. Well, actually, I don't really need to. The results afterwards, basically what you want to do. Hold on, I'll pause this so you guys don't have to hear this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Click the benchmark, press run on Unigine Haven. If it makes it past the benchmark, if it makes it to the end, and you see that your FPS has improved and the 1% lows are either above or stay the same, you know it's stable. Another thing you want to do, I haven't mentioned, you want to run Unigine Haven and set a base point before the overclock. So run it at the end, you'll see your FPS and stuff. all your scores. Take a picture with your phone, or you could write it down. And then after, when you do the overclock and you incrementally increase it, you could keep on comparing from before and see what's increased, what has decreased, if it's stable. So that's it for memory clock. What I could do personally, I could go all the way up. I have a preloaded one. I could go up to 800 for the memory clock. And for the core clock, I could go up 110. How I did this was exactly the same. I started at 0, just like that, and then I kept on increasing it by, I think, about 20s each time. I kept on going up until I found the perfect, which was the perfect amount, which was 110, and which is completely stable for me. This gives me about like, it gives me around like a 10 to like 15 FPS boost in some games. Some games it gives a little bit lower, but for the most part it gives me a pretty good FPS boost. Free performance, it's not very hard to do, just a little time consuming, and that's about all. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoy this video. If you didn't enjoy it, don't dislike it, that would make me very sad. Thank you for watching. Peace. Fuck.